Hi, how are you? I've missed you guys. Um, it's a little late right now. It's raining outside. So I thought we'd do just a little kind of quiet study session, a little bit of ASMR kind of stuff. I'm just gonna do some scripture study before I head to bed. And if you want to join me, you can in that. Otherwise, you can just do anything. You can read. It's just going to be a nice, quiet, peaceful evening. I'll probably throw in some clips, mumbles, and things while I read. But yeah, I'm going to use my teddy bear friend here. Isn't he adorable? Still trying to decide on a name. I have my cute little, puppy stuffed animal that I've had for like my whole life named Cookies. And I have a little cream bear that I got from a fair, that I won at a fair for my birthday, and I named him Cream. So I'm thinking this is gonna be Biscuit, but I'm open to suggestions. Isn't it so cute? I got him for Christmas, and by that I bought him for myself for Christmas. Anyway, so he's gonna hold this for me. Let me set him right. There you go. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm reading Doctrine and Covenants because that's what we're studying in church right now. So that's what I'm reading. I need to read the Book of Mormon too, and also get into reading the Bible as well. I haven't studied the Bible in a bit. I should probably get on that. I have a lot of things that I'm trying to study. Right now I'm scripture because it's less overwhelming, but I want to study some French as well. I took French in high school, love the language, love how it sounds, it's so pretty, but I never learned how to speak it. My French classes only talked about like how it was written, and so I can read French a little, like I can recognize French and I can sort of read and understand a few words, but they never really got into how it was spoken, so my mouth can't form French words. But I really want to do that, so that's something I'm going to try to do as well. In the future, I also have a bunch of things that I want to talk to you guys about. I'm so excited to just sort of do stuff like this. I guess it's going to be sort of more like a diary. And I'm just going to talk. It's going to be fun. Anyway, studying. That's what I'm doing. Sorry. Once I get talking, I feel like I never stop. Anyway, so there's that. Nope. Shifted. There. Okay. I think that's the one. that's really all I had to read this week. At least in here. And some days you have a lot to mark, and some days there's just like one thing that stuck out. And admittedly, some days you read it and you didn't read anything at all. Today is one of those days where you read it, and I will probably go and read the chapter again because I don't feel like my head is there fully. So I should probably do that. Really quickly though, I'm gonna actually go put on my pajamas because these pants are uncomfortable. So wait here. I'll be right back. It won't take long. Put that right there. Here they are. Oops. So, yeah. I really like this painting up here. Looks really pretty. Here, hold on. Let me just. This is my room makeover. That one right there, the big one with the sailboat. That's the word I'm looking for. Sailboat is my favorite. I just really think it's really pretty. And actually, that one, there, that picture. I don't know the picture. It's just kind of there, but underneath it is my favorite hymn, which is "Be Still My Soul." Grab it so I can read. So this is the picture that I'm talking about, where it has just like a little sailboat on water. I like the picture with like the open window look though. I just think it looks super pretty and sort of serene. But "Be Still My Soul," I love this hymn so much because it just like is so beautiful, and I'll totally write out the lyrics, at least the first part of it anyway, in it, but I'll read it here. This is: "Be still, my soul, the Lord is on thy side. Bear patiently the cross of grief or pain. Lead to thy God to order and provide. In every change he faithful will remain. Be still, my soul, thy best, thy heavenly friend, through thorough ways lead to a joyful end." And there's other voices, and I love all of them, but it's like the whole thing is just talking about how he's on your side, and you know, there's gonna be grief, there's gonna be pain, he's here for you. And I just really love it. It's such a comforting song. It does always make me cry, like without fail. When we sing it in church, I just get so emotional. But it sounds much better in music form, but I'm not gonna sing it. Anyway, I was gonna read again. I am so chatty, I'm sorry. You're probably studying and I'm just being sounds, but it's okay, probably. Anyway, I'm gonna read this again. that's for sure. Sometimes you really ought to read it twice. Especially like me, I'm not good at studying. I mean, I was always good in school, but I was never good at studying. So I feel like I'm really good at the temporary retaining, but not the long-term retaining, which is sort of the most important retaining, especially once you get out of high school and you get into college, or just in life in general, especially at least in terms of like spiritual stuff like this. You want it long-term retained. You want it in here more than a day, more than a week even. So it really matters studying, and I'm not good at it. So I'm really trying. So that and journaling, I'm not good at journaling either, but I think it's really important too to have something like this that has your thoughts somewhere, or paper with your thoughts somewhere, because that's, who you are. I'm not good at sharing in church. I'm really not. I'm an internal thinker. I was just recently thinking how I really am more. Sometimes I wish I was just born in the time where you sat in church and you just listened, and you had your own kind of internal thinking, because that's just how I do it. I want to go to church and I want to just listen, and then I want to think about it, and I want to think about it in my head and on a piece of paper, and I don't generally want to share it with people. It's me and my thoughts and my opinions and how I perceive things, and it's hard sharing that sometimes. So, but I think that's why journaling really is important, because that's like you sharing it with the future. Someone at some point when, I pass way in the future, hopefully, will read it and will understand me and what I thought and my thought process on more than just gospel rated things as well. How I handled situations, how I perceived the world. I mean, like right now, be quiet for a second. Don't you just absolutely love the sound of rain? And it makes me smile so much. That's part of the reason why I struggle so much in winter. Because you don't really get rain, snow. I mean, this winter, I didn't get even snow. We didn't have any snow, so it was just dark and dreary, and there's no birds. And the sun didn't come up until late, and I just felt so awful. And the second I could start hearing birds in the morning again, made all the difference in the world. It really did. All the difference in the world. So I feel for anyone who's probably listening to this and going, oh my gosh, me too. Winter is just hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like winter. I like New Year's and start something new, and I love Christmas, but it is hard. And Valentine's, I think I would probably love if I wasn't single, but it's okay. I'll buy myself flowers and we're all good. But I can't even believe it's March. I mean, can you really believe it's March already? I feel so bad that I haven't reached out to you guys in like forever. I feel so bad. Time just kind of disappeared in seasons. January's hard for me, I'm sorry guys. And then February I blinked and it was gone. So here we are in March. But I'm gonna try. I'm trying so hard now because I really want to be here. I really enjoy it and it's so much fun. So yeah, this was really fun and I really enjoyed talking for a bit. I am so Gabby and I'm so sorry if nobody got anything done. But yeah, it's pretty late now. I need to be getting to bed. But I'm just gonna sit here for a bit. Probably pull out a book. Let me go grab that. So this is the book. It's gonna be interesting, but I should start because once I start, I'll read it. And I haven't read anything for the last week, so I really need to. Also, these are all the proper ones, proper romance books from Deseret Book. They have some good ones, admittedly, but I do feel like they always end up feeling forced and more awkward. They don't seem realistic interactions to me, but that's coming from someone who's extremely awkward with men, so I'm probably in the wrong. Anyway, I want to read some of this. If you don't mind, I'll mumble read some of it out loud. So this, let's see, Honfleur, France. Let's see, Lily Monet had a price on her head. She stood in the shadows inside St. Catherine's Church alongside a family she'd known for only a few days, hopeful that the reward of her capture would increase before the day's end. As far as she knew, no one had facilitated the escape of more people from the clutches of the tribunal revolutionnaire than she. 4 more individuals would that evening be added to the 72 already rightly credited to her. A person ought to have an impressive bounty on her head for such an accomplishment. It was the acknowledgement France owed her as she bid her homeland farewell. 72 people would have been snatched from their homes or off the street. 72 sham trials, inevitably resulting in 72 convictions and 72 deaths. Even the children would not have been spared. Madame Guillotine was a demanding mistress. No amount of blood would ever satisfy her, so long as those seeking to do away with the old France were willing to kill any of their countrymen who did not fully support their aims. Lily had faced down those who sacrificed their fellow Frenchmen to that insatiable thirst, and now they were coming for her head. I'm gonna read the rest of this in my head because I feel like I'm stumbling way too much. So, Okay. Now I really have to be getting to bed, but quickly, so far, this is really well written. First chapter, I am intrigued. So I will continue reading this and I will let you know how it ends up being. It is supposed to be a romance, so we'll see how the relationship is, because everything else seems good. Anyway, it was so good talking to you and spending this time with you. And I hope you were able to get some things done despite my chatting, and that you enjoyed this. So I will talk to you guys again, and I really look forward to it. But for now, good night and bye.